3, 2, 1. What's
Well,
up,
pineapple
guys?
like
I'm
SpongeBob
BZB. I'm
pineapple?
BZB.
So not like
And we're
I'm Adrian. I'm Adrian.
I'm Danae.
and this is But
Actually,
Decent.
the
The
podcast.
podcast.
Y'all left me out
Uh,
there.
That's okay,
Y'all butt
no, I was
in.
dancing.
Oh, okay.
That's what that was. A rug was being cut.
Ow. Who
Hey,
got the
hey,
flow?
hey.
I got
Right.
to y'all got to
Right.
go.
Go get your bag so we can go. Ho
Ho
ho.
ho.
Ho ho.
All these
Booyah.
booyah.
Y'all just don't do nothing
All
right.
these
Y'all just don't
Sister
do
Act
nothing
2
right.
references. I want to go watch Sister Act 2 now. I love Sister Act 2.
Same.
That's in one of my like top 5 just comfort films. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't turn
Along
it
with
off.
Belly.
If you go,
That's a big jump. That's a big jump.
wow.
I don't know
Okay.
no Gianna. Yeah, I love that.
Wow.
Mhm.
You know,
All
I'm gonna
right.
join you on that because I realized today that, in addition to the song that we'll be discussing tonight, 2 songs that I've been playing a lot of has been Roster by Jasmine Sullivan and Order My Steps. And I don't know how that goes together, but I was driving home. I said, Adrian, I don't know.
Yeah.
You might need to just stick to lo-fi for right now because this combination.
Why?
Well, here's the
If
thing.
it speaks to
Music.
you.
Yeah, music for the soul is music for the
But
soul.
Belly
period.
from Sister Act 2 to Belly B.
If I didn't just judge you, you can't judge me,
No.
brother.
You're right. That's why,
Mhm.
and that's why I want to say it so I could release it. Go ahead, Danae. Tell us about that person you ran over today. Go.
What?
What?
This can be
I
used in a
didn't
court
run
of law.
over
That's
a soul.
crazy.
Not nobody. Not one
We
person.
know. We are joking.
We've been gone for a
Man,
minute. We
we
back
have
with
been
the jump
gone.
off.
Goons in the club, case on
Yeah.
Down to the cat.
So what's been up with y'all? What you've been? We've been gone for a couple weeks. B, what you been
Yeah.
up to?
Man, I've been playing these gigs, bro. I played another bass gig. I was called for a bass gig, and I just didn't know how much things cost. Like everything's expensive, right? And when you jump into something new, you just be like, wow, this is really expensive. Like I had rented an amp. So a bass amp, you need that to play the music and stuff, right? So amps come in watts. So this one was a 200 watt amp. So it's called like $55 to rent from Guitar Center. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, but how much does this retail for? 200 watts can't be that much, maybe $300. He said, yeah, that one's $800. Excuse me? $800 retail? Yeah. So yeah. I would hate to see what a 500 or 600 watt amp is. It's probably like
But did you
$1,200,
get it though?
$1,500. Did I get it to rent? Yeah, absolutely. I got it to rent.
Okay.
Yeah. And I brought it back and it stayed there.
In prime
For
condition.
now.
Right.
For
now,
now.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I do need to get one because it is an investment. And yeah, so yes, it's been all good. How about y'all? Nate, what's your life been like in the past couple weeks?
Benny Siegel, what's your life like?
What's your life like?
What is wrong
Shotgun.
with y'all?
Shotgun Suge also say, what's your life like? For any battle rap connoisseurs, what's your life like? He from Newark.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like
East Coast too. Yeah.
I feel like I would be afraid to go to Newark. I've heard terrible things about it. But
that's where New Jersey.
What have I been up to? Things. It's hard to narrow it down, but I have been doing stuff every single day. Sleep evades me. And so soon and very soon. No.
Hold on now.
No, not that. Soon and very soon.
Hold on now.
Something will
I
be
feel like episode of Amen was about to come on.
Something.
No, one of the major things that I've been busy with will be done rather soon.
Whoop, whoop.
That'll open up It's not celebratory.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
But yeah.
Sorry.
whoop whoop! I ain't getting no whoop whoops on my phone.
You went from to pushing it down.
My bad.
Out the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a new car.
Yes, new
Very,
name.
No,
very happy
no.
about that. It's been a long time coming.
Been a long time.
Congratulations.
And
To the
I
left, you.
am grateful. I am thankful. I am pleading the blood of Jesus over it.
I know
Yes.
that's right.
And I am rolling and not
Rolling.
feeling like a peon anymore because I'm sitting low and, everybody cut me off.
Oh, now you
I'm
like
feeling,
run up. Run
I'm
up, get
Run up,
done.
get done
run
up.
up and get done up because I can see you. I can see you coming up with my cameras. Okay.
Oh, come on,
You
cameras.
better
More
watch
than
out,
one.
cameras.
Come on,
You
now more
better
than one
come on
camera.
camera.
Listen, don't do it.
You
But
say, I can see you. I
very,
once was
very
blind.
thankful.
But
Yes.
now
I
I can
love that for
see.
you. Congratulations, man.
One
Now,
day I
Congratulations.
will unpack what this journey has been and
Yeah.
why this car means so much to me.
Yeah.
But yes, big
I'm happy
highlight for
for
me.
you.
Thank you.
I'm happy
Thank
for
you.
you.
We rolling. Adrian, what you been up to?
That's what Chameleon that say.
They see me rolling.
I really, really can't stand
They
y'all.
hating. Patrolling and trying to catch me.
Patrol. That's my favorite line. Patrolling. How he fit that in there was crazy.
Yeah.
Patrolling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fire.
Mhm.
Adrian.
Riding dirty. Sorry.
Adrian.
This
I was
isn't a
waiting on
rap city.
Rap City the Basement to be done.
Rap City. Rap City.
I was
Oh, can
waiting.
I be
City.
Big Tigger?
Tigger,
Big-
please.
That was for you, Adrian. Go ahead.
That's why I'm not listening to you. I have been. Oh, I went to Florida again. That was fun, and we got
Wow.
to have a weekend for Super Bowl in Florida, and went to a car show that was interesting. Very,
Old
very.
cars, vintage,
There was a
or foreign.
$400,000 Ferrari. There was
Yeah.
a
Okay.
1969 Corvette. There was a 1929 Mercedes. Just to it was like crazy, but that was cool to see and to do that, and just working and family. And one of my uncles passed away.
Oh man, sorry to
I'm
hear that.
sorry.
Yeah, so it's been a lot, but we're here and we're well, so it has been cool. I'm happy to be back. I miss this. I miss y'all.
Yeah, I miss y'all
Yeah,
too.
same.
Miss y'all too. Before
We've
we
been
get into,
talking, y'all, but we
We
just
yeah, we
have
have.
been talking.
Yeah, it's like
too much.
10:30.
women be
We were supposed to start at 8:00. It's like
women
10:30
be
now.
shopping.
No, don't start. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. We've been talking to each other. We just ain't been behind the camera.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And before we recorded today, don't start, Adrian. I'm not in the mood. Continue.
Not in the
What's
mood.
next? Like,
Fix it.
comment, subscribe,
Yes.
all that stuff. Adrian, go ahead.
Share with your people, all that.
We are we doing anybody mad? Anybody mad?
Oh, I'm mad. Yes.
Yeah, we got let's go
No,
there.
I
I'm
thought you were
mad.
gonna. I thought you were gonna tell the people what to do, like how to access.
I felt
us.
like he was like, you just did that. That's perfect.
Oh, because I took notes. Excuse me 1 second. So
'Cause I heard
you
you practice.
can follow us at But Actually Decent Pod on Instagram, But Actually Decent the Podcast on Facebook, But Actually Decent on TikTok, But Actually Decent the Podcast on YouTube or Pod and Color, and But Actually Decent on Spotify. So we are
Yeah.
out there. We are out there, and
We
we're on
are.
Bebo. We're on Bebo and Vine.
Talking about Vine.
I miss Vine so much.
Don't start,
I
please.
know. I know. I'm sorry. My bad, brother.
You
My
gonna
bad.
cry?
Yeah, Vine was a good time.
Man, and for people that was like on Vine, they understand that. I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago. Man,
Yeah.
people that don't get it. When I told my dad that TikTok was going away, he was like, TikTok. He was like, I don't even understand it. I don't get it. I don't even got a Facebook. It's not for you to understand. It's okay.
He don't
People,
got a
he
Facebook.
don't got a Facebook at all. You know.
Wow.
Dang, he cool. He a cool
He said,
guy.
"B, we ain't finna do all that. Boot
Mm,
yeah."
good for him. Keeping it
It's a
classy.
time waster anyway.
Yes,
Exactly.
it is. Lord.
That's all it
That
is.
could be so
Anyway,
funny.
what we mad at?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, you all know this, but for the people, I have a dog. His name is
Gold
Dolce.
chain. Oh,
Dodgy.
Yeah. Um, somebody called him Gold Chain back in the day, and I still don't understand how we got there, but
I love it.
Dolce is his name. He's old. He's a Pekingese and poodle mix, little guy. Last time we were at the vet, he was 13.2 pounds. And
Whoa, small
he's
dog.
a tiny guy, but he's old. He's 14 and he will be 15 in March.
Whoa.
So
Aww.
I know,
Are we
I
gonna have a
know.
party?
I think I am going to do something for him because this is what I'm mad about, right? Lots been going on with Dolce lately. So he goes to the groomer near my mother's house. And so I drop him off. She takes him in the morning. And so maybe like a little over a week ago, we were planning to take him to the groomer. It's the only groomer, like this is the backstory. It's the only groomer he's ever been to since I got him. Right. So they're very familiar with him. And when he was younger, he was mischievous, right? So like in
Mhm.
his file, they say Muslim because and I
What?
just, I can't even imagine how tiny a muzzle is. I couldn't imagine seeing him with a
Oh,
muzzle on.
I thought you
But
said
apparently
Muslim. I was like,
no,
what?
I did. I
no,
was about to say I did not know that.
He pray
muzzle
to the
him.
Eastern Star? Oh, okay.
He is not brother Fahid, okay? Uh, but they muzzle him at the groomer. So this
Dolce
last
Oh.
Muhammad.
time my mother took him, and I was at work and she called me and she was like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm like,
At
"At
work.
work, girl."
Well, your ass needs to be.
Right. Well, what you not doing? But she was like, "They said I gotta come back and get Dolce." I said, "For what?" And apparently he has gotten banned from the groomer. He got he
No,
Dang.
got kicked out and he got banned, right? So
Dolce.
thank you. Thank you. All of this goes together, right? So Dolce dogs typically take on the personality of their owners, right? So Dolce is chill because I'm chill, right?
Right.
I love a nap, he love a nap. I love to eat, he love to eat. We vibe together very, very well, right? So like for me to hear that he's been kicked out, I'm like, what they do to him?
Mhm.
Because he don't get
Mm,
down like that, right?
right.
So my mom said when she walked him in, he immediately like peed on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's my child. So something was off from the
Mhm.
beginning. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just got a bad vibe or something. Or like, no, my first mind was he's sick, right? So I
Right. Gotta
immediately
be.
made a vet appointment, like something's wrong. They told my mom that he was a liability because
Dang.
he was like trying to jump off the table and they said thrashing and thrusting his body in a way that they couldn't control.
Wow.
And I wish because he's taking a nap right now, if he wasn't, I would show y'all the viewers just how tiny he is, right? So I'm like
Small dog. Yeah.
thrusting and thrashing his
I will
body.
go up
Right.
there. I
Thank
will
you.
go
And
up there.
you know who it is,
I will
right?
go up there.
So my mom was like, they said I gotta come back and get him, whatever. So she went back and got him. They tried to start cutting him. So like they had like went across his back like 2 or 3 times. And then they said, yeah, that's enough. So he looked crazy. He looked nuts. Like they half cut him. Um,
Oh.
so I took him to the vet. Ultimately, the vet said nothing was wrong with him. He's old. He might be a little grumpy. but there was nothing because I was like, maybe he like broke a bone or like there's something wrong that was like freaking him out that day.
Right.
Nothing wrong. So after I got like a clean bill of health, made him another appointment. He has been since groomed at a new place. I love the new place. I love how they dealt with him. But when he was at the groomer, I mean, when he was at the vet, they prescribed a medicine to give to him to just calm his nerves because he does have anxiety. Hey. So gave him the medicine, and it's funny because he be high.
I was gonna say, is it like an edible?
No, it kind of. It's called gabapentin. If you look on TikTok, it's actually a human medicine too.
Oh.
But I'm sure the dosage I have is just for dogs. But it makes him like he was at his bowl eating, and like he was standing in the front because he was eating over the bowl, but then he was laying down in the back. It's like he loses control of his limbs.
Wow.
But it's to calm him down when he's in a new environment or when he's getting groomed or whatever. So all that to say, I am mad at that groomer because y'all, like, I have seen him interact with handfuls of new people just since this has happened, and he's been fine. So y'all did something to my dog, and let me find out, because I know y'all a Christian business and everything, but
You said we finna own us a vet.
we don't play like
What?
that.
Right.
They said I know y'all a Christian business.
I know y'all a
That is
Christian
so-
business and y'all don't do
However.
nothing on Sundays and stuff and like all of that. Like I know when I walk in, it's a sign that says God loves you. I know. But what y'all doing in here? What y'all doing in here? Because he don't act like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm mad about it. Fix it.
Yeah.
And
No.
I'm gonna tell everybody stop taking their dogs there, quite honestly, because they doing something to them dogs in the back.
Yeah, you can
I shouldn't
tell.
say
You
that.
don't feel safe there. Well, nobody knows where exactly you're talking about, so
True.
it's okay.
True. You're right, Adrian.
For sure.
I feel like you didn't took him up there, but and also the loyalty.
Yeah.
He's been there
He
for
be going
14 years. And you mean to tell me he have one bad day and y'all kick him out? That's
Which is
okay.
crazy.
That's why we found somebody better.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
So
my
that
new
would
girl Eva.
shout out to Eva. So that would make him 105 in dog years,
He,
right?
he's 98 right now.
Damn.
He is 98. He will be 105 on March 11th.
That's a wise dog right there.
So we shall celebrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't not everybody just make it to 100 now. So you made it to
No,
100.
right. It's a
Yeah.
celebrate.
It's a celebrate. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I'm here for it.
I'm
Adrian, you want to bring us into our episode, sir? What we
Yes.
talking about today?
Yes.
Chefing it up.
Yes, I am chefing. I am the chef.
Chef.
Woo!
Uh-uh.
Hold on. Start some words. Hold on.
Okay, so I just want to lead with this. I have a lot of notes.
Okay.
I have been listening to this song so much. Like I said, Roster, Order My Steps, and Deja Vu. That's what I've been listening to. So what I want to do today is I love to unpack and have unpacking parties, as I like to call it. So we're gonna have one of those today. So I'll have a few points, a little history. I'll give like real random questions, nothing you need to prepare for, no right or wrong answers. We're just having a conversation. We're having a conversation. So I want everybody to be comfortable, relax your shoulders, and drop your jaw and just kind of be and kind of chill. As we're gonna go through the Deja Vu experience that I've had. So before we get into that, so I'm listening to a memoir by Common called Let Love Have the Last Word. And it's really good. It's really good. I'm almost done with it. And I feel like it gives, like, I don't I don't dislike Common, but I also don't like follow him like that.
Right.
But listening to the book, I realized that I want to change that because I like what he's talking about or whatever. So,
Mhm.
Is he
and
talking about his romantic relationships in there? Because he can't seem to.
see, Danae, that's
That's
that
okay.
you're not about to
I'm
do
gonna step
that.
out
You
of
being
that.
a
You
weed.
are not ever. You are.
I
I'm
just
giving
stepped
that bro.
out. I
I'm giving
stepped
that
out.
brother his flowers. You like, cause did his line it? Like, no, Danae.
I stepped
Yeah.
out. I'm sorry.
Let
I want to
love
give him some flowers too. A weed flower. Hold up. Let
take
me get my
these
daisy.
dandelions. Take these
Right.
dandelions. But
Sorry. Go ahead.
that's okay. That's okay. But he and so in the book he talked about a time that he was at Riverside Church in New York, and I didn't necessarily know that Riverside was Riverside, and it's been like around since like 1930 or something. Like Dr. King spoke there. Like it was it's
Mm.
a huge part of New York and or whatever. So he was at an event with like Dr. Angelou and like it was a whole thing. So his whole thing was he's like, I'm a rapper. I'm not a public speaker. That's not who I am, but I'm just gonna do what I can do. So he did his thing. So they after it was over, they got in the car, him and his mom, and she was like basically like that was weak. She told him,
Mm.
she was like that was weak. She was like, I feel like you could have I know that you could have did better. And something she said that stuck with me was if you're giving an audience, leave them with something to think about. And I thought that was so powerful. And I was like, okay. So that's gonna be our energy for this episode on episode 31.
Whoop,
But
whoop.
after decent. And we want to leave you with something to think about. So in thinking, again, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. The
Mhm.
links will be in the description because I don't want to read our lovely list again. But and we want you to do that because then you'll be able to see all of our episodes. And we just hope that every episode you feel like you're just talking to your cousins, you're talking to your friends, you feel the love in the episode. And like episode 1 may be different from episode 22, but you'll feel the same love. And it'll be like a deja vu kind of thing, and it'll be
Oh.
like
Mhm.
well you see what I did there, so you'll
Uh,
feel yourself, you may be like, I've been here before, that kind of thing. So speaking of being a songbird, hi Linda, um I want to take you guys on this experience with me and hopefully leave us all with something to think about. Okay, so Deja Vu, I've Been Here Before is a song by Teena Marie from her 1979 debut album Wild and Peaceful.
Mm.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. So, do you know who wrote that project?
Rick
Rick
James.
James.
Rick James. And when I tell you, it's easy because when you say Rick James, I think about when my uncle was on the BT Awards and he was having a good time. And that lady was
Hard
not
not
going to
to.
disrespect him and
Mm-mm.
ask who he was.
And for
And
the
she
lady
Which,
backstage.
She had
right,
to
which
let
I
her
found
know.
out was Raven Simone.
Really? I did
Not the
not know
lady.
that.
The lady who was only like at that time, what, 20,
What?
20 something? I
It
don't know.
had to be our 20s.
Yeah. She
Damn.
thought she was who
I don't
Smokey
even.
Smokey
Smokey Robinson?
Robinson. Yeah.
Uh-uh. No,
Never
Raven.
mind who you thought I was.
Right.
That's a big jump.
Wow. Wow. Ah, yeah, Raven, you wrong for that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
Rick and Tina was they
yeah,
were a thing.
they
Fire
were
and desire. Yeah.
listen, they were a thing, and it was like considered. I read somewhere that it was considered like a signature for Tina Marie. So the fact that like our Uncle Rick James and his just God given talents was able to take like that gift and like I read somewhere that it was like a lot of her poetry to compose this project. And it's
Mm.
like Deja Vu to me is amazing, but that's not even like the number one song off the project. Like it was
Mm.
so many more hits, but that's like a whole nother thing. But like I was doing a little, I remember in grade school we used to do like Black History projects. So I'd be
Right.
trying to find anything because it's there's always something that Black people were doing, and it was just amazing because although our good sister Tina Marie, they call her the Ivory Queen of Soul.
Mm.
She's a blonde hair blue eyed but we love her anyway, and But when the project came out, like the cover of it, they made it like clouds because they didn't want to take the chance of like people seeing it and be like, I'm not listening to this white lady, but like actually
That's
listening
how
Mm.
they
to the
did. They did that to Bobby Caldwell too.
yeah. And that so you
Mhm.
think that was like, and then to see how like what we see or what we think music is today, and like coming from that, like that's
And the
insane.
5 heartbeats. Y'all remember that part in the 5 heartbeats?
Mhm. Yeah, when they
When
was
he took
crossing
the
over.
album and a
Mhm.
crossover ain't nothing but a double cross. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I love the Fire Heartbeats.
Sorry.
Y'all are just, yeah, I
I
love
am
it. I love it. I
I
love it.
miss y'all. That's
That's
what it
clearly,
I know,
is.
right?
so we got to plan our next out and win.
Yeah.
But just with more of the history. So that project was recorded in Marvin Gaye's studio.
Wow,
Mm.
Marvin's Room, the real
Yes,
Marvin's Room.
The
and
real
the
one.
stew, and then it was like released on the Gordy label in '79, and that was like
Mhm.
a branch of Motown. So like
Oh,
it was like I mean, Black Hands was all up and through it. Black Hands was
Mhm.
all up and
Mhm.
through it, and
oh,
I
for
think
sure.
that was just to read that. I was just like, that's just Stella, but it was like a reminder of like the talent and the style and the boldness and artistry of just the power of just Black people like be doing raw shit. And
Mhm.
so I
Mhm.
love that. So I thought that was cool. And so back when I said that Deja Vu was considered a signature of Teena Marie, um I just, in a very Adrian fashion, I like to just look up words, even though I know what they mean. But I'm like, there's a reason these words are here. That's just something that I do. Um, and so I looked up consider and signature. So because again, that song that was written by Rick James, and Marvin Gaye Studio, and she was on Berry Gordy label, all that stuff. That for that song to be considered a signature, just shows the
Mhm.
power in it. So,
Mhm.
consider by definition is to think about it and to be drawn. And when I was reading, I said toward, because you know how you get those well-to-do Black women that just say you got to come forward or you got to come toward that
Or
kind of thing. You have
Watcher.
and you got to do, but you got to do your hand like this and say mature and say mature.
Mature.
And so
Watch.
to consider by definition is to think about it and be drawn toward. And I did my gesture, and it's a course of action. So for it to be
Okay.
considered a signature, and then for signature by definition is a distinctive pattern, product, or characteristic by which someone or something can be identified. Like, so for somebody to write a song for you and
Mhm.
it will be considered like a signature, that's big.
Mhm.
That's big. And I think that's just some amazing Black history. And I just want you guys to listen to the song with all this new knowledge. If you didn't know any of this,
Okay.
just for the beauty of it. And I saw a quote where Rick James said he had never heard someone with such range and passion. And it's like,
Mhm.
dang,
Mhm.
she had to sound like me. Like, and it
Oh,
was just, I love it. I love it. I love it. But
I will say I listened to it today, obviously, to prepare for this.
mhm.
And I know you said so Rick James wrote it, or was it poetry? It her poetry because it definitely sounds like a poem. I don't think I ever really like paid attention to the lyrics like that, like
Mhm.
deeply,
Mhm.
but it's definitely a poem.
For sure.
Like, yeah, I thought
She
that was
probably
cool.
wrote it as a poem, but he put it together in a song though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was that kind
Mhm.
of thing. So,
Yeah,
And
nice.
she was 23 when it came out.
Mm.
22 probably when she was recording it.
yeah,
So,
yeah, it was something. No, because I feel like she was signed to the label at like 76 or something, and I think
well,
she was born in
yeah.
like 56 or
She was
something.
born in 56, yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Mhm.
even with that, like she had all those things with the in the music world, but like her mama was not seeing eye to eye, and like she was
Mm.
estranged from her mother, and just to add more to it, she moved in with Berry Gordy's brother.
Mm.
You know
Yeah,
them Gordy's got around.
them
Nah,
they
I didn't
called
even know he
his
had a
name was
brother.
Fuller. Yeah. and it was his partner, Winnie Jones, and she didn't like once she moved in, she auditioned for like a TV project, but it wasn't like really a thing or whatever. Like it didn't really do what they wanted it to do. And so then like she had a producer, Hal Davis, and he like worked with the Jackson Fives, Jackson Five, I'm sorry, and he like was introducing her to people, and there was another singer, Ronnie McNair, and he was like another musical guy who worked with like the Four Tops. So like like these are like some
Wow.
people, but like they put her in the mix with them people, but it was like nothing happened till she met Rick James. Like they said, there
Wow.
was no like commercial sparks, is how they described it,
Yeah.
until she met Rick James, and it's like,
I have a joke, but I ain't gonna tell it.
do it, tell it, joke it.
No.
No, say it.
When you said spark, it made me think of
His drug
I
use.
You just keep bringing
I
up people
think-
downfalls tonight.
I'm sorry. Just and maybe that's why she hadn't connected to nobody else because she did not. They didn't have what Rick had.
Yeah, because Rick
Yeah.
had it. Because Rick
Rick
had it.
had it.
Rick had
Okay.
it. Rick had it. And that album was like riding high or something at Motown
Oh,
at the come
very.
get. At the come
Uh-huh,
riding high at the come
uh-huh.
get. So they was high as a mink coat, and I love that.
But still genius.
Oh,
Still legendary
absolutely.
music.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
And so I then went like it's so much you can take from it because the lyrics are just like you said, Danae, when I like it's one thing to listen to it, but looking at the lyrics and like it's just like,
Hmm.
wait, did they just say? So what I want to do now is just kind of grab a verse or two and just give like some interesting facts I found from my very executive search engine, Google, and
Mm.
just some of the things I found on there, and just to give us something to think about and just ask us like a few questions here or there. So
Okay.
just a conversation with all the knowledge that we've had. You were just given for the good old deja vu. I've been here before.
Mhm.
So there's a part where she said, once I was a white gazelle on horseback riding free, searching in the darkness for a piece of me.
Mhm.
And so again, I'm listening, I'm like, a white gazelle. Why was she a white gazelle? What's a white gazelle? So then, like some of the definitions I found, gazelle symbolize the resilience we need to find within ourselves during such moments. They teach us that with inner fortitude, we can remain centered and steadfast even amidst the stormiest of transformations. Additionally, the gazelle's symbolic message extends to our connection with nature. So, like her saying she was a gazelle, or Uncle Rick putting it together, gazelle is what we hear, but you're gonna have to really that goes with listening to the song to then see like, okay, so she was a white gazelle. So then I took that and I was like, okay, so she was a white gazelle, so she was, she had fortitude and all those great things that they had. And then in the Bible, the gazelle, it appears as a symbol of beauty, swiftness, and like flexibility or whatever. So it's all a metaphor, but it's like you gotta look into it. So then I took that and I was like, okay, so she saw that herself as a white gazelle, and then searching in the darkness for a piece of me, because she said that. So you're this white gazelle and you're this powerful person, but you search for a part of you in darkness. So that searching in the darkness, I found this too, means to actively seek something or someone in a situation where there's a lack of clarity, information, or understanding. So you're in the act of searching for this, but you don't have clarity. You don't know what you're searching for. You don't know where you're searching. So for
Right.
her to be that gazelle searching in the darkness, it shows like the different phases that we go through in life. And like we have the moments where again we were a white gazelle, but we were searching in the darkness. So I wanted to ask both of you, like, what advice would you give a person if you see that they're not necessarily believing in themselves? They're always hard on themselves, beating themselves down. They don't think they're good at nothing. What advice would you give from your lenses, and Brian from your lenses? What would y'all give? And y'all choose who go first. But I want to know what y'all think.
Now you go first if you got an answer.
Um, I think that it's important to kind of define the voice that's speaking to you when you are thinking bad things about yourself, right? So like what is the this is a question for y'all. Like when you're thinking of something, is it in your voice or is it in another voice? Like when you're thinking to yourself, do you hear your own voice speaking or do you hear like some made up voice or do you hear like does because I think for me it depends on what the topic is, right? So like if it is um things regarding household, like how to maintain a household,
Mm-hmm.
I would hear my mother's voice,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Other things I would, different areas I would hear a different voice.
But
But
never
I
your
think
voice.
generally when I am thinking something negative, I hear my own voice.
Wow.
And it's weird. It's a strange, like I feel like I'm meaner to myself
For sure.
than anyone has ever been to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Okay.
so like
Okay.
the worst, ooh, this is deep. The worst things that I tell myself are things that I have made up about myself
Oh, for
or
sure.
I
Mm.
have thought about myself or whatever. So if I'm trying to tell somebody what to do, I would probably tell them um like it's been eye opening for me to identify that it's my own self that's telling me bad things about
Mhm.
myself, right? So
Mhm.
like that I thought that was a huge step towards like making it better, like being able to say like, no girl, that's you. Like or um a lot of the things that I take to heart really it, when I'm playing it back, it's like yeah, insert you. And this is when you
Uh-huh.
and your whatever
Mhm.
became the main character as opposed to whatever the true situation is or whatever. Like, if it was another person looking in, they probably would see it way differently to you. So, like, maybe, I mean, and that came through therapy and just maturity and honesty with yourself. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
try to see where that lack of confidence or that um lack of ability to see yourself as higher than what you think, where is
Yeah.
that coming from? Is it coming from family's voice? Is it coming from friends' voice? Is it coming from your own voice? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Danae,
Amen.
if there's anybody that does not know Jesus,
No, no.
that was so good. I love that. I
No,
love
Thank you.
that's
that.
just good.
Yes. Come
I
on, B.
would
What you got?
I would also say um that sometimes we have to look at ourselves from the lenses of like people that we love and sometimes people that we may not like, sometimes strangers too, because like you said, we are our worst critics. And so if everybody around you is saying no, you're doing a good job, you're just not giving yourself enough grace, and you're amazing, and I wish I could be like you and everything like that, when you don't have the confidence to like say those words to yourself, you have to listen to other people and really kind of like look at yourself through their lens. So it's like
Mhm.
if all of these people are saying how great I am, maybe I just need to believe it. Maybe it's on me to just believe it. Even
Yeah.
if I don't, even if I don't, can't say it about myself, they're saying it for me. And I just need to run with it. I just need to
Yeah.
go with it. Even if I don't feel like it's true, it'll become true because I keep saying it or I keep hearing it from other people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
sometimes
Mhm.
you don't have it in you to say it about yourself, but
Ooh.
that's
Mm-hmm.
why community is so important. I was talking to my mom, I was like, community is that's the key word for 2025, you know, because also in
Yeah.
the community, you'll find out that you're not the only one that's thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
separation and divide and conquer will be like, oh yeah, you thinking like you the only person that ever
Mhm.
has had this thought ever
Mhm.
in life, period. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
You're one of
It's like
one.
you're the only one that has ever thought this, you
Yeah.
know.
Wow. Some nerve we
Yeah.
have.
Some
Mhm.
nerve.
Wow.
So
I love
it's not
that.
good to be alone, you know.
Yes.
Community is important.
For
Community
sure.
and who you listening to. I love that, y'all. And
Man,
I'm
who you
just
listen.
going to be giving questions, so I won't be going into it.
Oh,
Okay.
This is
oh,
a great.
that's convenient.
This is great. You know, I'll
Thank
step in
you,
where I
Dr. Phil.
need. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so I love that though, but those are great answers. So I have another verse where she said, and this is in the beginning, I'm young and I'm old, I'm rich and I'm poor.
Mm.
And when she said it, I was like, and like, all right, cool. I'm young and I'm old, I'm rich and I'm poor. I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm like,
Relatable.
what does why is that making sense to me? And then I just took it for me, and this is all my like NDRE is nothing that I'm saying is law. This is all my opinion. Um, but I just feel when she said that, like realizing I'm like you go through things at every point of your life. Like
Hmm.
there's probably never going to be a time. Not to say that you are not like the best that you've ever been, whether that's physically, mentally, financial, whatever it is. But there'll always be something, and I feel like
There'll
we can look
always be
at it.
something.
Yeah, right. Like sometimes it's like, oh man, if I just had money, then you be like, well, people with money they ain't got no problems. You don't know that. You
Oh,
don't.
not
You
at
don't.
all.
You do not know that, and so like it's always a thing. And so I feel like to say I'm young and I'm old, I'm rich and I'm poor. For that, I wanted us to do like a little exercise where we are going to. So I finished this other book, Fear of Flying, which was really, really good. And so there was a part where like, because it's supposed to be for like people that are just that afraid of flying. But to me, I went a whole different level or whatever.
Right.
So
Talk about something else.
I was like, he ain't talking about no plane. What he talking about? Like it was a whole thing, but
Mhm.
really, really a good book. And so
One
there was a
fish,
part,
two
the
fish.
glasses,
That make you that listen here, my brother.
whatever you said is right. You are right. I believe you, sir.
Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you. But so they said to get something out, like instead some people will be afraid to say like I'm afraid of flying. Like they do it in like they have it where you say it, but you do it in like a joking manner or like an accent or something like that. So I was thinking if we had maybe 2 seconds, it don't have to be a long time, but you say like something that you want to release that maybe you had this emotion today and you ain't like it, but you want to kind of tell it. Like, you know how we saying I'm young and I'm old, I'm rich and I'm poor. So if you had a thought of like how we said, well, you didn't believe in yourself or whatever, then what would you tell that thing? But you have to say it not in a way of like, and no shade, this ain't even being funny, but like it's not like you're just you in the spirit and you saying I bind up, you're not doing that. But it's just us being funny. It's just us being funny. I'm young and I'm old, so like think of something that you like, some emotion you felt that you know what I ain't like that, but we gonna release because we ain't gonna take it until our tomorrow. So is that making any sense?
It'll be better for me once I have an example. I'm that type of learner.
Okay.
Same. Adrian, can you give us an example?
Boom. Boo yeah.
Boo, boo,
I
yeah.
have I have no problem with that. So I can say, for instance, if I wanted to be funny because it'll make it funny, I can say, today I was looking at my wallet and I saw that I ain't had no money in that. Shawty said I was gonna check my shit, and I was like, hey, cuz, can I get a buck? But then I believe that everything will work out, and so then I found the grace to then get to where I am now, and here we are. See, you can laugh about it, but the reality of it is, I ain't no money. But I was just, so you go on this journey, but it makes so now you can release it because that energy of like not having something, you shaking it turn you loose. So any
Mm.
emotion you felt today, like what's something you could tell that's gonna make you laugh, so that way that thing that once bothered you, maybe we can, because we young and we old, we were there, we did feel that, but now we're feeling this.
B.
Y'all see, I told y'all this has been a lot. So I have so many more examples. So, if this is too much, we could go on to the next one. I just want to give you something to think about because you're still I want that. I want that. You're good. You have more to tell me, and I want to know.
Move forward.
She pressed the button.
Kendrick.
Okay. Okay. So we will go to the part where she said that I used to be a queen, on an island by the sea
She
with
said that.
with rainbow colored people. Huh? You gotta say, huh? Say it,
Hmm.
Danae. No, huh?
Huh.
Boo, you are not in my band. Happy as can be. We never had a problem. There never was a care. The love was ever flowing, and its feelings shared. So again, why was she a queen? Because she was just a gazelle. So why is she a queen? And so a queen on an island often.
I'm starting to think that her and Rick had, you know,
I want to give you something to
sat
think
in the
about.
car.
What were they talking about? What
Oh,
were
I
they
know.
doing? See,
Mm-hmm.
something to think
They
about.
was on that Teena Marie.
Right. That white girl.
Y'all judging. We listen and we don't judge. We
You're
listen and
right.
we don't judge. But a queen on an island often symbolizes a powerful, independent female figure who rules over a secluded and potentially mystical realm.
Wow.
And for rainbow colored people, happy as can be, that means that it's a diverse group of people represented by the various colors of a rainbow are experiencing extreme happiness and joy, signifying a sense of unity and celebration of different backgrounds and identities, often associated with the
DEI.
concept of racial harmony. Okay. Okay. So with that, and saying DEI, I want both of you, to pick on three. You're both gonna pick a color, and you're gonna say why. If you pick a color that feels good, and tell me why. Like example, blue feels good because my favorite teddy bear is blue. I don't know, just something that'll make you say blue. So going back, thinking deja vu, something that's happened before. Think of a color that feels good to you. Go.
Blue.
Okay.
Do I need to say why?
Mm-hmm.
Blue reminds me of cool situations. Water. It reminds me of peace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You did just what I wanted you to do. Good job.
Uh-uh.
B, pick a
Uh-uh.
color that
Um,
feels good and tell me why. Tell us why.
red,
Okay.
because it's unapologetically red. Is
Mm.
nobody is like questioning. Like if anybody sees red, they're like something is like you should take heed to it. Basically, it's
Yeah.
very yeah. You see red, you like maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Okay. So
We
then
the,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say we the Bloods and the Crips, but
Uh,
continue. Sorry.
Source of
Sorry.
words. Please.
I'm really trying here. Hits from the streets. I'm
Sorry.
really trying. I'm really, really, really trying. Um,
Yeah.
so you both said a color that feels good. So what's a color that you would use to describe a D&D? If you had to be this color to tell people not to mess with you, what color would that be? I'm turned off. Don't mess with me. Don't ask me nothing. I'm this color. What color are you?
Black.
Why you gotta say black?
Uh-oh.
Why it can't be white? No.
Uh,
Uh it's the
I think
glasses.
it's this. It's this.
Right. um
Nick Nack
I'm
Patty
joking
Whack.
because I definitely was gonna say black too. Black
Yeah.
feels like off.
Yeah.
Like mm-mm. Black, get back. That's my granny used to say.
Mhm.
Red, you pee in the bed.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It was a bunch
Okay.
of them.
Okay. So we talked about the rainbow, different color people happy as can be. And so we wanted to say a color that feels good. We wanted to tell ourselves that we can have a color where we're turned off and we feel good about that. So in being a a rainbow colored people and all the different emotions, what's your toxic trait? 1, 2, 3, go.
Whoa. Good. I'm controlling.
Okay.
Ah.
B, 1, 2, 3, go.
Mm,
1, 2, 3, go. You
uh,
think it's too much?
I don't know if it's like a one word answer for this, but like if I'm doing something, I think that everybody should be doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Like this is the only way that this should be done.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
My way or the
Adrian,
way.
what's your
1, 2, 3,
toxic?
go.
Right.
My toxic trait is I think that people think a lot more about me than they probably do.
Mm.
Yeah. I know that, and it's like they probably not. And so I
That's
be,
not the one I was gonna pick. The one I was gonna pick. No.
because remember you said yeah that
That's a
ain't
small one compared to this one. I was
yeah that ain't it. So I think that would be mine.
Mm.
And then the last part for this question and being this rainbow and these different people and all these different emotions, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? Whatever you want. What
I
would it
mean,
be
is
and why?
this like, I have a quick
Whatever you
question.
want.
I need to know. Am I just living this way or can I turn this on and off?
It's your world,
You
baby
can't
girl.
turn it off with a superpower. It's with
I
you
would like to
forever.
turn on and off being invisible in order to
See, you'd have to have some rules because
be
you
up
would
in
go
people's
invisible
business.
mid conversation, and it'll be like,
I
yeah,
surely
because today was,
would.
and it's like, no,
Right.
that's not how
Yes.
that.
Yes, I would. Or I just like be sitting on your bed when you wake up in the morning. Hey, good morning. I've been waiting on you. But yes, I would
Didn't you
probably
just
be
see a lady with
invisible.
some locks round his sides? I
Right,
was just talking
right,
to her.
right.
I was
She knows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
need to get off
Okay.
that Teena Marie. That's
But I
all.
think
Yeah.
I'm getting invisible and teleporting. I would like to invisibly teleport, you
Okay.
Mm.
know?
Okay.
Does that make
Teleporting is a good one.
yeah.
Teleporting is a good one.
B. What's yours? 1, 2,
Uh,
3. Superpower.
superpower. I don't know. I could just like make money up here and stuff.
I know that's right.
You feel me?
Boo yeah. Money.
Booyah.
Oh yeah.
That'll be your magic wand.
You
Boo
feel
yeah.
me?
See,
Booyah.
rainbow color people, happy as can be. You got a superpower. You got a don't touch me color. You got a I'm happy color. You've identified your toxic trait, but you're working through it. Um, fun.
Who said I was working through it? No,
Uh
I'm playing.
oh,
Okay.
that's
Because
where
I do be
that's
right.
uh,
And
so
that's their
tell me,
problem. They don't see that I'm right.
Mhm.
who is they?
Niggas. I'm
When you say
sorry.
they,
Right.
I feel like Brian.
And that's all encompassing.
God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
right. Good work, my sister. Good work.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do I have one more. And then we can kind of close out. But there is another verse where she said, if hate is on your mind and you can't give love the time. If hate is on your mind, you can't give love the time. And she said, if your life is full of sin, when you die, you'll come back again. But when she said that if hate is on your mind,
Sorry.
come ahead, sister. We want you to grow. We
It was
want
on
you to
my
grow.
heart.
See, that's it. That's it. And we want you to release that, sister.
Please,
But if hate is on your mind and you can't give love the time. I looked that up and I saw something that said that means that you are consumed by negative feelings like hatred. You are unable to focus on or express love, as your thoughts are preoccupied with negative emotions, leaving no room for positive feelings. So essentially what I got from it was like you can't really love to your full capacity if there's like hate lingering. You're not showing up in the best way that you can, because you have this hate, and it's hard for you. It's hard for you. So I want us to combat that uh fear, that hate, that form of hate that we may be having. So it's time to give love the time. Like she said, if hate is on your mind, you can't give love the time. We want to give love the time. So what I want to do is I want us to make a declaration. So it's just us putting some good energy out there. There's enough going on in the world that we go past on our For You page that doesn't necessarily put you in the best mood. So I want us to change that. So I want us to make like a little declaration, and we can be as it's customizable. You make it you. But what we're gonna do is each of you will go, and I'll go too. And we'll go. I'll say you repeat after me, and so we'll start with Brian.
Mm.
Yeah, repeat after me. And this could be you talking to you. This could be you talking to somebody who needs to hear it. This could be you just putting like whatever. It's no person, but I want you to repeat after me because there's a thing I'm doing with this here. So, I acknowledge your feelings.
I acknowledge your feelings.
They are valid.
They are valid.
You are seen
You
and
are
heard.
seen and heard.
So now
So now,
I dare you. And so at this point, I'll say something, and then I'll say fill in the blank, and that's where you'll come in and make it be, because you're putting this out there, because you're acknowledging someone's feelings, that they are valid, they are seen, they are heard, and so you'll now repeat after me. I dare you to envision a life of.
oh, I dare you to envision a life of
Go.
abundance.
Okay. Abundance, because.
You deserve it.
And it is so. So that's it. So that's what be. Your feelings are heard, you're seen, and we got some abundance because you deserve it. And it is so. So we are going to go down to Nune with the new car. And you repeat after me. So I acknowledge your feelings.
I acknowledge your feelings.
They are valid.
They are valid.
You are
Sorry.
seen
You're seen
and you are heard.
and you are heard.
Mm-hmm.
I dare you
I dare you
to envision a life of.
to envision a life of pure joy.
Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Why?
Whew. It got to be easier than what you've been doing.
And so
Yeah.
it is. And
And
so
so
it
it is.
is. So we
Yeah.
got B getting us abundance because we deserve it. And we have Danae saying pure joy because it just got to be better. It
It
just
has
has to. It just
yeah.
has
Got
to.
to.
Yeah.
And if it was me, I would say I acknowledge your feelings. They are valid. You are seen and you are heard. I dare you to envision a life of favor
It
Mm.
ain't there, but
because
it
it's been
show.
in you and it's time for you to live it.
Mm-hmm.
The favor's
Mm.
there. The favor's been there. And that's what we putting out on the airways because they're but actually decent. We understand things happen. But we want you to
Mm-hmm.
listen to a song and I want you to hear these words and say, oh, this is what they was talking about. And I want you to tell us. I want you when you hear it, if it's when it shows up on your, whether it's Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Bebo, Vine, wherever that you can
People,
follow us.
man.
We want you to comment and give us because maybe we missed something. Tell us if there's a part in the song that maybe you identify with or something that
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know because we are doing what be in 2025 community
Mhm.
Community is
community
important.
and that's what we doing here we rolling because we can ride because she got a cameras and we are rolling and I love that and I want us
Mhm.
to take that. So listen to the song, give it, see what you get from it. Like that's just what some of the stuff that I found in our conversations, but see what happened with your people. Ask your mama what that song, because I had my grandma listen to it. She was like, I said, exactly. So I dare
Mm-hmm.
you. Ask your mom, ask your auntie, what's this song? And just see, let's just have the conversation because We want the old music to mean something. We want to remember times like this. I want this
Absolutely.
episode to be like a thing that people be like, I remember they talked about it back on
Mm-hmm.
episode
Mhm.
31, and now they at episode 357. You know, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I got for you. That's what I'm serving to the people. I hope that you guys were fed and satisfied and you're left with something to think about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's my part, and we will get it over to you, Nay. Back to you, Nune.
My new name.
New.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for
Thank you,
that,
brother.
Demetri. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
lovely. And I definitely will never hear that song the same.
Mm-hmm.
No. And that was my first time hearing it.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
What?
You know what's so funny about the last gig, right? So we done playing. Quick story. It was a lady that came up and was like, I love the drums. So my homie was like, well, you could get on. And she was like, okay, before y'all pack up, do y'all know Lavish Life by Sheila E? And we looked, no, we don't. What are you talking about? Like, it was track number 7 on her debut album. You don't know
And
that? Lavish
that's
Life?
what's wrong with y'all young
We,
whippersnappers
we
now.
What?
gotta have
She's like,
these conversations.
she said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Blake needs to know this
And
song.
then she started singing it. She was like, lavish life. It's real easy. It just, girl, we don't know this song. She was like, okay,
Uh-uh.
forget it. What about that song? Doom da da. I was like, we don't know that song.
No,
We don't know
no,
it.
no.
That was not on the set list, girl.
That is so funny. We got
Anyway,
to learn. We got to know these songs.
Yeah.
We got we got
Can't be
to,
losing recipes. No,
we
please.
you get
lost some recipes on that She Lee song. We did lose some
so
recipes.
so
I ain't
tonight
know it.
you need to go
I need to
dig in the
not.
crate.
I need to not.
You don't want to mess with Sheila.
No,
No. Well,
not
I don't
that
know that
song.
I've ever listened to.
I've never listened to a Sheila E album.
Yeah, I know.
album? No.
Yeah.
No,
I'm about to look and see what's our most popular song.
that's a
Do y'all
great
know?
question. But I do know Earth, Wind, and Fire. You give me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. I
That
know
does
Earth,
not
Wind, and
count.
Fire.
That
Yes,
do
it
count.
does. That definitely do count. And they from
That
Chicago. What you talking about?
Earth, Wind, and Fire and Sheila E are not on
Yeah,
the same.
Earth, Wind, and
No.
Fire. Hold more weight. You're right. They not on the same
Oh, the
level.
glamorous life. Oh.
I don't know that song.
Yes,
Oh
you do.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
that song.
Whatever.
You was like,
Whatever.
yeah, we know that one.
I
Oh
would
yeah.
play it, but we want our
Yeah,
we
Right.
don't want
we
to
don't
get
want to get
copyright.
copyright.
Trying to
Go ahead, listen to it. Y'all listen to
But
it. Yeah,
be a part of our community because
Yes.
community is important and
it
we
is.
are you heard what I say, important. Um
And water.
we are
Water,
grasping on to the things that make
water
us
is
feel
important.
good, the
Mhm.
things that um speak positive into our lives, the things that give us positive things to say to ourselves, while vibing to some good old music
Mhm.
and just digesting things and let but actually decent be a part of that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because we like to talk to y'all, and if y'all talk to us, it just gives us more robust things to throw right on back to y'all. And so
Word.
while we are over here living abundantly in pure joy and come
Favor.
again.
Favor. Favor.
And I heard you. I heard you.
Because you kept going. I didn't know if you had a sugar daddy.
I heard you. No.
Yo, we could turn this into a black.
And
We could turn this into a Black Panther. No,
that's those ain't that's those aren't the voices that we need to be hearing.
no, yes it is. Yes it is.
Them voices is on Zeus.
Yeah, that was Zeus
Exactly.
voices.
Thank y'all
Exactly.
for coming
But
out. We hope that you have a great night tonight. But
thank you. Be
Zeus.
abundant, have pure joy, and have some favor, and you'll be actually decent.
Yeah, you.
Yes.
See y'all next week.
See you next
Booyah.
time.
Bye.